have one more guest speaker for you all today. This man is someone whose careers in higher education spans over 30 years in both public and private universities. He currently serves as the Vice President of Student Affairs and Enrollment Management at Cal State University, Los Angeles, and has been dedicated to higher education as long as OJS has been around. Please put your hands for Dr. Patrick Day.
So let me get this straight. I'm supposed to now talk after Angelica? That's what we're doing? That's Operation Jumpstart? That's how you play me like that? I remember that. Will not forget it. What a remarkable young lady. I could just say that and go sit down and everybody would probably be happy. I will add just a couple of things, and as I tell my students, if you stay with me, I won't talk long. So fair enough? And they're usually like, great, absolutely. So if you stay with me, I won't talk long. Let me just say, first of all, an incredible acknowledgement to the OJS team for the work that you do. And I also want to acknowledge those of you in the room who are supporters. I want to say something to you, and I need you to hear this. You've heard a little bit about my background. I'm actually not from California. So take a minute with that. That means lockers in high school are inside, they're not outside. When it rains, that does not mean it's a storm, okay? And you pull forward into the parking space and you don't shut down traffic to back in. But that's for another conversation on another day. I want to share with you, having worked from one coast to another, that programs and the work that is happening on Operation Jumpstart, they work. They build the capacity that they are designed to build. And they've been working for a long time. So I want you to hear that. Those of you who are supporting individual students or you're writing checks, I want you to understand this works. So many of these students that we're hearing about now that we're celebrating, I want you to understand what came before them are people who are out. They are senior administrators, they are public officials, they are corporate executives, they are educational leaders all over the United States. So I want you to hear that, and I want you to understand how critical this work is. It's not just nice because we're here in Long Beach and this is nice for us to do this at the Yacht Club. This is about how we build capacity in our country. It works, you're hearing it, and it continues to work from one coast to another. So I want to encourage you to continue your support for this extraordinary work that OJS is doing. This matters. It is absolutely critical. Let me continue. Let me acknowledge the families. Let me acknowledge the incredible families. And you heard Angelica say it. They have sacrificed so much to be here. And they're willing to stand in places that they're not sure how this is going to go. They're not sure what is going to happen. But they're willing to sacrifice, and they're willing to say, we're going to give it a try. We're going to leverage all of it. Everything we've got, we're going to make sure we pour it into these students, to our young people, so that they can have a chance to have a different life. Now, I know some of us who have a little bit of gray in our hair, if we were to think about in our own families, and we remember some of our own families and our parents and our grandparents did that same thing. Some of us are even in this room, no matter how well we might be doing, because we had family members who were willing to risk it all. Maybe they started in a different country than these students started. Maybe they had a slightly different experience. Maybe they were part of the Great Migration from the South, as my family was. But at the end of the day, those families were making that same decision, that a fundamental belief in education would change their students' lives. And so I want to acknowledge them and want to say thank you for all of the work that they have done, but most of all, their commitment to our students. Now, I had a chance to look through the list of places where folks are going to college. This is pretty impressive. I hope you've seen this in the program. Have you looked at it? So, to Angelica and is it Olivia? Those of you who are going to places where it's cold, I want to say to you, you need to understand the difference between a jacket and a coat. They are not the same thing. See, this is the Long Beach folk. They're all laughing because they think it's funny. I lived a long time in Boston. When you were on the Harvard Yard, you will need a coat. All right? See me afterward. We can talk about it. I can show you some places to get some things. And don't buy anything in California. Okay, let me move on. I want to say to our students, is Enrique here? Where's Enrique? Enrique. Cal State LA, my man. All right. You and I will talk afterward. I know we're in Long Beach. Don't worry about it. I got you. Come up and I am so proud to stand with this president and my colleagues here as part of the California State University system. The largest, most diverse, and I would argue, most important system of higher education in the United States, if not the world. So yes, please. And I say that because so many of our students are attending Cal State, and whether you are attending the Beach, which is an extraordinary institution, you're coming to Cal State LA, or any of the other institutions, this is one of the best things about being in California, and we are absolutely educating the future. It is critical. Almost 500,000 students that are enrolled in the California State University system, it is the most impactful educational experience in the world. So I say that, but I also want to say that to our students, you have an incredible opportunity that is before you. If you are a student, stand up, please. Now let me say, we are here because of your hard work. We are here because of your commitment. We are here because so many of the people in this room invested in you, cared in you, believed in you. So I want you to hear that, I want you to see that, I want you to see each other and feel this moment and not miss it, because there's a lot going on, a lot of noise in the world right now. Don't miss this moment. Don't miss the people who have shown up for you each and every day. And now you're going forward, because you know what? Now, potential has been realized. Remember, we talk about potential to go to college. Okay, well, here we are. Potential has been realized. You're about to go. And I'm going to leave you with just a couple of last things, and I want you to hear me. If you don't remember anything else I said, now, Enrique, you'll hear this 150 more times, but college is not about ability. College and being successful in college is not about ability. College is about willingness. What are you willing to do to be successful? Everyone in here has what it takes to be successful. Are you willing to do it? Are you willing to grow? Are you willing to adjust? Are you willing to do something different than you did in high school? Are you willing to do what it takes? Now, based on what I'm seeing, I believe that is the case. You will face challenges. You will see things that you have not seen before. But what I'm going to say to you is that you have everything it takes, but you've got to be willing to do it. Willing to stretch yourself, willing to grow, and as the president said, and hear this, willing to ask for help. Be willing to ask for help. There are plenty of smart folks who don't make it. Plenty of people with the ability who fail out. This is not an ability conversation. This is a question of how serious are you about you? Now, we're in this room because you've demonstrated that you are serious. What I'm saying to you is whether you be down the street or across the country, you will be faced with challenges that will be new and fresh and interesting and different. Your family and your friends may or may not be able to help you with them. But what I can tell you is there will be someone on that campus, someone in your life, something inside of you that if you can tap into that and say, you know what, I'm going to give it another shot. I'm going to try it again. I'm willing to ask someone for help. If you do that, what I can guarantee you is that we will sit here, just like our college graduates, celebrating you once again. Take that with you. Remember that. Remember what the president shared with you. We're sharing words, not that we think are interesting, that you share in moments and banquets like this, but we're sharing them based on years of experience. You have everything you need. No matter where you're going to be, you have all that you need to be successful. Go ahead and have a seat. Clap for them, please. So I told you I wouldn't be long, so I'm going to wrap up. Operation Jumpstart, we are going to have a conversation after how you set me up with it, and we're going to talk about that afterward. I am so proud to be a part of this program, so proud to celebrate these students. The ATL is a different type of place, we can talk about that too. We have so much to be excited about in moments that right now can feel very dark. But I'm saying it is a privilege and honor for all of us to be in the room with these young people, and I'm excited for not only my campus, because I have one of these brilliant scholars coming to my campus, but I'm excited for all of my colleagues into all the places that they are going. And make sure you stay in touch with your OJS folks. Make sure, students, you meet the people who are at this table at Long Beach. If you're going to Long Beach, don't leave and not talk to these folks. Have a conversation, introduce yourself, all right? But also introduce yourself to these folks, because we've also worked other places. And we may know people who are in the places where you're going. Network, make connections, do all the things so that you can continue the extraordinary success that you've demonstrated. We are so proud of you, and congratulations.